Hey, sports porchers, it's your hockey Jesus, and I'm back with analysis of the Pittsburgh Penguins versus the LA Kings. An afternoon matinee here in Pittsburgh. Well, tonight the Pittsburgh Penguins debuted their rookie goalie, Sergei Murashov, and I'm sorry to say that it ended up being a loss for the Pittsburgh Penguins. That's right, Pittsburgh Penguins lose this afternoon 3-2 despite a pretty good effort by Sergei Murashov. Yeah, what are you going to do? You're not going to win them all. And Sergei's certainly not by losing his first game ever in an NHL uniform, but looked pretty good out there. You know, the thing about Murashov in his first shot, in his first start, he likes to play the puck a lot. I noticed that the defensemen weren't sure what he was going to do with it. So that's going to take some getting used to, but he definitely can play the puck. He's really good at passing it, gets it out of the zone. He catches with his right hand, which isn't normal. I think that'll catch some shooters off guard at first. His glove looks really good, and his rebound control fantastic tonight. You know, he's only 21 years old. He looks like he's 18 though, doesn't he? My goodness, that picture of him! I swear, I looked older than that when I was a freshman in high school. But damn, the kid can play hockey. Welcome to the NHL. Despite your 889 save percentage and your 0-1 record, I think there are going to be good things coming from you, Sergey. But the Pittsburgh Penguins today just didn't have enough energy. I don't know if the injuries are catching up with them or not. Hard to say, but they definitely, the last two games, looked like they had mid-level energy, just didn't have it. That is the second third period loss that they've had in the past 5 games, really the last 4 games. That Toronto meltdown, they saved themselves against Washington. Had to come back against the Devils, so I think that was an okay comeback. Although, you know, they thought that they probably should have gotten the win in the third. I thought they had more energy yesterday than they did today. And today, with the 2-1 lead going into the third, it seems like they just can't get that third goal. I don't know if it's because the first line was a little bit invisible. Kindle got hit and was out for a little bit of time. Maybe that had to play into things, but that's the way it was. Let's look at the goals here. So Pittsburgh goes up 1-0. Novak on the second line in the first period. I thought that was their strongest look. That Novak goal, they just kept coming. You know, good pressure in the offensive zone, just kept coming, and Novak gets a nice pass, one times it, and they take the 1-0 lead. Then Sid takes a penalty. Like I said, Sid's been taking a lot of penalties lately. It was what it was. And honestly, I think they gave the goal to Kempe, but it just went off of Wotherspoon's stick right in. So really, Wotherspoon scored his own goal, really. Dumped it right between the pads of Murashov. That's a tough one to swallow because honestly, that one shouldn't have gone in, but it did, and it counts. They don't say how pretty, just how many. 1-1 it was going into the second, where Mantha, you know, comes in on the second power play. Not a lot of time left, just a sweet pass. I like Mantha a lot. I'm really beginning to think that Mantha is going to be a good player for us. He just has such a calm demeanor about him, despite that fight the other day. He just knows how to shoot the puck. He's okay with shooting it from afar, okay with slapping it underneath the pads up close. That's what he did today. Just fired it past him on the right-hand side. Looked like the 6-hole. And things were looking good, you know. The Kings had 3 power plays that in the second period. We killed them all. Everything really looked like it was going the Pens' way. And then when Corey Perry got that goal, just a nice, sweet drop pass, and it was a screen. That was just, you know, what are you going to do when the goalie screened like that? Corey Perry's a veteran. He knows where to put it on goal, and he did, and he scored. And then the third period, this is going to be the highlight of the night. I've got this goal teed up for us, so we can see exactly what happens. But the Kings were coming pretty hard. I was texting with my son. I said, you know, it looks like the Kings are going to do it unless somehow Murashov can save every single one. He didn't get this one, But this is what I want to show you guys tonight. So it's basically we're gonna look at the goal, okay? And what we're gonna look at here is initially the Penguins are gonna come out of their own zone with the puck, okay? You can see that Sid's on the ice with Rusty and Kindle. So first line's out there. Clifton's out there with I think it's Gravy. No, actually, I think it's Carlson. I think Carlson might be out there for some reason with Clifton. Anyway, so let's roll the tape and let's see what's going to happen here. So right now, what's going on is okay. So let's stop it there. Pens just pull the puck up. They're dumping it in. Okay, this is classic what the Penguins do. Rusty up here is going to go chase the puck. Here's the puck down here in the corner. Here's what Kindle does, and when it's effective, it works really well. Kindle's going to come across here just in case these two guys get to the puck first. That gives Rusty an out to give him the puck here. And Crosby has two decisions to make. Let's see which one he makes. Okay, let's stop it there. So what happened was Russ didn't get to the puck quickly enough. This defenseman gets to the puck. Kindle's not over there far enough. And Skid decides to go for a skate down low. Now, Crosby can actually come across the middle here. So if Rusty gets a puck, he can make a pass here. Or if Rusty gets the puck, he gets back here. But what happens is Rusty doesn't get to the puck, okay? So because he doesn't get to the puck, this number 44 defenseman kicks it up, and let's see what happens. Okay, right there. He had a chance at the puck. Looks like he was going to get it. Sid was like, okay, if Rusty gets it, he can drop it down to me. Maybe I'll hit. I think that is Carlson up here. Yeah, that's Carlson up here, and Kindle can also get it. Now Kindle's not quite up against the boards, and what happens is number 14 is strung on the puck, and he gets it up to Doughty. So this is what let's play this out a little bit. Okay, so here's a big problem right here. You've got three guys down low below the red line. That's a big problem right off the bat, okay? Kindle, Rusty, Sid are all down here. They only have two guys here. So you got two guys here. That means you got another guy. So you definitely got a 3-on-2. But where's the third guy? Here's Carlson. I think maybe Clifton went for a change. And that's what happened. Let's see what happens. Yep. So there's the third guy. Unfortunately, the third guy is already past the defenseman. He had no idea where the puck was. My guess is he was coming on. I think that was what was happening. He was coming on the ice, didn't recognize that Fiala was behind him, and that's what happened. Pens get caught short. Carlson's going to make a beeline to try and make a play, but watch what happens with Carlson. Okay, it looks okay here, right? Carlson, all he's got to do, he's got pretty good control, good gap control here. He can either get the puck or he can play the man. And that's right, that's Wotherspoon. So that's what happened. Clifton went for a change, and Wotherspoon came on. Wotherspoon really should have paid more attention to this guy, but as it turns out, he didn't really need to, because watch what Fiala does. So Fiala made a big move around Carlson. Carlson didn't do anything about it. And now there's trouble because Wotherspoon's too far away to make a play. You just got to kind of watch the play and hope that he can get the rebound. And no, he did not. He buried it. Let's just show it. Yep, that's right. He buried it. And that's what happens. Whenever you get stuck down like that, when you have three guys stuck down there below the red line, always going to be a problem for the Pittsburgh Penguins, and it was tonight, and that was the game winner. And that's what happens. That's what happens when things don't work well. When things going well, Rusty gets to that puck, and it's a scoring opportunity for Sid, either Sid or Kindle. And they just didn't have the speed tonight, didn't get to the puck, and that's what happened. So that was the bad news. The other bad news is, like I said, that's their second third period loss in the last 5 games. Before that, the Pittsburgh Penguins were 5-0 going into the third period with a lead. So when things are going good, they find a way to get that third goal, get that 2-goal lead. They haven't been able to do that lately. Now, once again, it might be because of the injuries, might be because they're just, kind of skating out there. Hard to know. But the good news is there's some good news here. The good news is that's only the second regulation loss at home all season long. The first one and the only other one was October 11th versus the New York Rangers, and that was eons ago. They did lose to the Columbus Blue Jackets, but that was a shootout loss. Yeah, we're not going to talk about shootout losses. We've already covered that. And that was the end of October 25th. So Penguins are going to get a little bit of a break here. They don't play again until Friday. They're going to be playing in Sweden. There's some weird times for these games, so you got to check them out. I think there's a 9 o'clock game on Saturday, 9 a.m. game on Saturday, and Friday I think is like a Friday afternoon game. So check that out. Harrison Brunick was scratched again today, so they still haven't made a decision on whether they're going to keep him up. They keep scratching him to postpone that decision. I think they're going to have to keep him. I mean, Graves has been okay. He did get the goal in New Jersey, and he looked okay tonight, but I think they're going to need him to be up here. So that's what happened today in Pittsburgh. The Pittsburgh Penguins lose by a score of 3-2 to the LA Kings. They get their revenge. That's it for the Kings. We only play them twice. We beat them in their house. They beat us in our barn, and the Penguins are going to take a little bit of a break. I'll be back on Friday with the game. Actually, I'll be back with the boys on the porch tomorrow night. So until then, lots of hockey to watch. I hope you're watching it. If you're watching me, you're Hockey Jesus, and you like what you see, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm here after every single Pittsburgh Penguins game, and I'll be here on Friday after the Pittsburgh Penguins go to Sweden to play the Nashville Predators. So until then, enjoy your hockey, and I'll see you in the next one.